Hello, my name is Uni, and welcome back to the KingKraft server. Now, I am sitting up on top of one of Omer's hot air balloons to get a few extra rockets here, but below me, we have what we built last episode, which was our big 16-chunk base place. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but it's going to be our base, and I don't have an exact idea of what will be inside of it. I've got a few ideas, but they're not fleshed out yet. But we have something else going on today. We are going to be building a shop. Now, this shop is going to be over in the other side of the island, but let's go ahead and fly through here, and you can see the scale of what we got going on with this big old hunk of sand in the middle of the ocean, which has currently, it currently has nothing in it. There's a big empty void in the middle of it. And we have things to work on for the future, but that will be coming sometime later, because today we are going to need to fly over here to the other side of the island ring, where there is a lot going on already. And in fact, I have been participating in a little bit of donation to the community storage. And I just discovered this place, by the way. This right here is a place for the smithing templates. I don't actually know who put this here, but I did contribute this rib armor that I found while I was in another fortress. And now I have some fancy armor here. Look at that. I got some gold rib trim going on. And this stuff makes it look real snazzy on the sides. I love the little lateral sort of lines going up all my armor here. And I think this fits, it fits me up quite well, actually. I'm not sure about the mint on my skin there, but I think the color works really good, and I like it, so I'm just going to stick with it. Now, we got to go through here, past what we did on the first episode back to the server. You'll have to watch that episode if you want to see what's going on in there. But today, I have a little bit of a thing going on just below my base, which is up here, and that is this big old square thing. What is this? Well, in fact, this is going to be where I am building my first shop on the Season 8 of the KingKraft server here. And it is going to be a candy store. I want to sell a lot of little candy bars and things. It's going to basically be a place where you can buy pretty much any ingot, which are the candy bars sort of deal. And then there's going to be some shards as chocolate bars. There's going to be some echo shards as little candy sticks and things like that, in that realm or that nature, as well as a bunch of dyes because they're pretty colorful and they look a lot like sort of powdered candies. So I want to go for that. Maybe even some like sugar blobs of some kind. I don't know. But what we have done so far is I have excavated this area out. I asked Coley over here if I could use this area, and he said, go ahead and go for it. So I terraformed this big old thing. In fact, let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison. Here you go. You can look at that. This is what it looked like before. And now let's go ahead and move back to what it looks like now. And I think we did a major improvement. We've made lots of space for the shop here. And I think it's time I go ahead and start time-lapsing our build for today, because this thing I have already planned out. It's all been built. And now we got to just put it into place because I think it's going to look really nice right here. So let's start up our time-lapse for this episode and get going with the candy store. What's that I see? There's something in the horizon. I can't quite tell what that is. Okay, hold on. Let me get a closer look here. Let me show you what I'm seeing. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Well, guess what, guys? BK's back, and so is Bug. They are both making videos now on the server. About 5 minutes ago, right before I started making this little bit here, BK uploaded his first KingKraft video in, I think, 6 years. We're all just getting back on here somehow, some way. Oh my God. Okay, so excitement aside, you can go check out Bug and BK's stuff. It's in the description. Their channels will be there. Bug is doing a bunch of map art, trying to do, I think, the original 151 Pokemon as pixel art, and I've actually flown by his little pixel art setup. BK is also planning on coming back, and he is going to be streaming on the server, as said before, but every Thursday, I believe he said, and as well, he's going to be starting a single-player series, so that's pretty cool. But let's focus up now and see what's at hand. Look at that. We got a candy store. And actually something that you didn't see in the time lapse was I built a sign. However, I don't quite have the perfect sign yet. We need to modify something because we're on the KingKraft server. Damn it. We need to make sure that the KingKraft server upholds its KingKraftiness, or whatever you would call it. So let's put a K and call that a day. How about that? Well, I'll see you later, old purple banner. Actually, we can't quite call it a day yet because we have an interior to do still. Almost forgot that part, but here is the inside so far. The walls are outlined, and in fact, fun little factoid about this build here is that I started with this wall and built out from it. I went this way with a nice little organ piece on the side. I went this way with a nice lounge area, and then I made this, and then I decided, okay, the outside of the building is going to have some sort of look to it. And that's what we started with here. And I got to do another fancy transition, so we're just going to squeeze on in here and then come right back out. Oh, look at the beauty here. This is a big change. So drastic and colorful, and I love all of the purple that we've got going on here. This is something that I wanted to kind of make the place pop with, is lots of color and lots of bright stuff going on. And one extra detail I got to add in, I went ahead and got myself 2 beacons. One for this cool little kiosk thing, and then one to actually utilize for mining and resources and whatnot. But there we go. This place is officially decorated. Now all that needs to be done is to actually stock the dang place, because I'm going to be selling dyes over here. I'm going to be selling sherds here, other stuff on these shelves that I haven't quite decided on yet, but I know for a fact that we're going to be selling some pretty cool gems and rare items. And over here, we'll be having the echo shards and other types of shards that might potentially come out if the update warrants anything new. I know that the wild charge, or what is it called? Oh yeah, wind charge. That's what it is. The wind charge from the new breeze mob will be coming out with the next update. And so I think we're going to be selling that here too once that rolls around. But the last thing we got behind me here is this little kiosk, which won't actually have any storage functionality, but will also just have this sort of aesthetic to it. It's just a little candy stack with a bunch of, like, you know, gumdrops and more little candy items and whatnot. But that is the decoration in here. And I also forgot to mention, actually the signs here aren't quite what I want them to look like. Okay, I think now I can finally call this finished and decorated. There we go. Okay, so we have our art and more art. And these are part of a resource pack, I believe, that is server side. And it doesn't do anything except change the actual paintings and give a lot more options. And I do like this kind of data pack because I don't have to download anything, and it's purely just aesthetic. There's no functionality. It's just nice paintings that I get to look at. And speaking of which, there are a lot of nice people on right now. It is popping off today. I believe Omayer is streaming. It's an early morning, and I am having a good time today with everyone here in the episode. But now we need to actually go to one of Omayer's little side projects, which is going to be the new segment here, the Ace of Aesthetics. All right, and this is the Ace of Aesthetics. Now, this area is a place where all of us on the server get to come around and build every few weeks, and it gives us an opportunity to design really cool things and pit each other against our building skills. But this was our first round, which was a lot of nature-themed stuff. And then the second round was a home for a mob. And I was supposed to do frog, but I forgot during the week. But this time I won't forget. I will make sure that I get my build made and that no one will... What will they do? I don't know. Let's go ahead and find a plot. So, this week's is space themed, and I want to make sort of like an asteroid impact. I don't think anyone's done that so far, so I think I'm going to take one of these plots over here in order to build it. Now, these, I believe, have a specific, not radius, but perimeter that you can use, and you can't go outside that perimeter because that part of the build won't count. So you can go as high up and as low down as you want, but you got to stay within this square here. Otherwise, it will be disqualified. So I think it's time that we go ahead and write down our name here and get this plot claimed for ourselves, because I've got a couple of days before this build is due. And would you look at that? This guy's got a cow, and he's getting out of the way here. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. Don't look at what I'm building. It's a secret for now, at least for people on the server. All right. Enough distractions. I think it's time we start building in the plot and make ourselves a nice asteroid impact, and then we will see if this is a decent enough build to contend with what we got going on here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. Well, I'm not really one for building with glass here, but I think we did a decent enough job. I think it is a great contender for second place here. I'm definitely not going to be able to beat out Sky with his cool little UFO here, and I love the detail of the cow getting lifted up and away and using the end rods as a way to lift him with a lead, I believe. Or no, he's just standing. He's standing and trapped inside. I like that. And the grass blocks being lifted up as well with the leaves. That is so cool. But this is going to be the build for the day, for the Ace of Aesthetics at least. And this right here will probably be fine-tuned. I have a couple more days until the build is due, but we will check back in the next episode to see if this thing is worthy of even second place. We'll see. We'll let the server members be the judge of all that. I do gotta say, though, coming up from the entrance here, it has a very dramatic view from this corner, and I really like that. I did want to blend the tail heel a little bit more, get more white in this section, maybe kind of get this sort of straightened out. I had to make sure that these blocks were within the diameter of the build, or the perimeter, I should say. And that will make it so that it doesn't get disqualified. And I want to beef it up a little bit more around here, but this is the overall shape of it. We're going to kind of cut that off eventually, maybe make it more rounded off over here. But maybe we'll even add some red at the bottom. Who knows? But for now, let's go back over to the candy shop. All right, it has been a great episode today. I am thankful that everyone here has been watching. We got lots going on, lots to build still. I have a special project going on with BK next month here in March. We're going to be doing a build together, a little collab. So look forward to that, because he is also streaming, and we will be working on that together, and you will see those episodes come out next month. And in here, I just wanted to take one last look at our nice candy store here, and eventually I am going to stock it. By the time, I believe, next episode comes up, this should be fully ready for people to use. So I'm going to put a little caution tape in the front there to make sure nobody quite stumbles across this place by accident without being able to buy anything. Because what's the purpose of a candy store if you can't have a nice sweet treat, you know? Anyways, my name is Uni. I am jogging it out today. Thank you so much for watching. And where is a good angle on this here? Haha, there we go. I am Uni, as I said before, jogging it out today. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stuff to see in the future. And I will see you guys next time.